Wow, I lied. Welcome loves to my YouTube channel. My name is VassaOlga. Do not mind my voice. I have a small fever, leftovers, hopefully some leftovers, not a full-blown fever. But we're going to be talking today about the way I take care of my makeup and specifically my makeup palettes and my brushes. I'm going to be showing you some small, let's say, small ritual, how I clean my brushes, how I take care of them, and then I'm going to be showing you some new technique that I am implementing. And let's get started. Wow, I lied. In one of my small shorts that I filmed a couple of weeks ago, I told you this is a makeup palette my cousin gifted. To be honest, this is not a makeup palette that I was gifted. This is a makeup palette that I purchased from a shop that is selling some used makeup in a way that those are testers or something like this. Because, well, first and foremost, I wasn't looking for a used makeup, but I was specifically looking for Makeup Revolution corrector palette, and it's brand new, by the way. It's not used, so yeah, it's brand new. Then they offered this Makeup Revolution palette that has been used, but it's still really, really pretty. And you know, I read a couple of comments through internet. You can actually buy some makeup that's been used, and then you should purchase some product as this one. The one that I'm having is ESSTIR Antimicrobial Mist. It has a lot of different ingredients, but one of the most important ingredients in this mist is isopropyl alcohol. Whenever you have some makeup that you want to make sure it has no bacteria on and you want to clean it before you use it, or someone use it before you and you don't really feel like it, or maybe you have some issues and even if you buy some new product but it wasn't sealed, you're like, okay, I just want to make sure that there's no leftovers of any bacteria or anything is wrong with my product. And you know, I'm from Russia and now we have some issues with new products and specifically pricing. I mean, if I could purchase some eyeshadow palettes, maybe like this eyeshadow palette for, I don't know, $10 top years ago. So for now, it's more like, I don't know, $35, $40, up to $50 per this palette. Super old, the one that is not on the market now. And these products are really hard to get access to. And I'm not really ready to pay an extreme amount of money to purchase some products and some makeup products that are literally just gonna crack my budget, especially this Makeup Revolution corrector palette. I couldn't find any decent corrector palette from any affordable brand. But Makeup Revolution, they kind of like don't have any production in Russia. That is the main reason why I was forced to purchase. But thank God, it's brand new. It's completely new and no one touched that. So these are creams. I got this eyeshadow palette. Honestly, I don't really know the brand. The pigmentation is pretty poor. And I remember that I purchased that for some like chicken peas, but it doesn't really matter. You grab this mist, which has isopropyl alcohol. It evaporates within a couple of seconds and it has nothing, it leaves no sheer, it leaves no coverage on top of a product, so it evaporates completely. And that is the main reason why a lot of the companies, they're using this type of alcohol to take care of any bacteria that are left on your product. And it's safe to use. In a couple of minutes, it's definitely safe to use. So I grabbed this mist and I have this eyeshadow palette, and you need to make sure that it's not really close. And you just spritz it a couple of times. Okay, like that. It smells like alcohol, really intense. But then you let it dry for, it says 10 minutes. It has some additional products to it, not only alcohol, but some other, you know, products that are gonna help with any bacteria or anything like there's no mold. If you have Patrick Ta's eyeshadows with mold, I don't really know if it's gonna help, but maybe it's gonna help. I don't know, because it has pretty much strong alcohol to it. So yeah, and you're gonna leave it. When it's dry, you grab dry Kleenex or maybe some cotton one, anything dry. It doesn't have to be wet because with wet formula, you might actually ruin your eyeshadows. What do? You take off a little bit of the coating, that much probably. And that is pretty much it. So it's good to go. You can actually use these eyeshadows. And yeah, that is it. So the best thing is that you can actually use the same thing for your lipsticks. It's safe to use for your lipsticks. You have to make sure that the instruction on the packaging is says so. It has to be for makeup purposes only, and not every single type of alcohol is gonna suit the purpose. What you do, one more time, you spritz your makeup, your creams, with the same product. I don't really need much. By the way, this is not used makeup. I mean, it's used by me, but no one else used this product. But for example, you have a friend that asked for a lipstick and don't really feel safe, or you're I don't know, like relative, super invasive, grabbed your lipstick and you don't feel like you want to use it right after him or her, what you can do, you can actually make sure that you have the same type of mist. You let it stay for 10 minutes as it says according to the packaging, and then you just wipe off with dry Kleenex any leftovers from the surface, and it's good to go. It's ready to use. Whenever you clean your brushes, you can still use this mist with lots of products on top. Spritz your brushes and let it sit for maybe 10 more minutes. Let it dry completely, and it's safe to use. And that's pretty much it. Stay tuned. I'm gonna real quick show you how I take care of my brushes and of course my beauty blender. And yeah, before I clean my beauty blender, I want to make sure that it's damped, and then I use coconut oil. It's not extra virgin. That is the main reason why it's not really expensive. You can use any oil available. It can be olive oil and many, many more. It's going to help you to make sure that your soap is not going to stay inside of your beauty blender. It melts all the products from the beauty blender. And now I need a soap bar. Use it a couple of times on each side. I want this to be clean. And let's finally take off any of this dirt. Clean beauty blender. So how I do my brushes, I take a container, glass container, any container. I get a little bit of water. I don't really get much. And now we need liquid soap. Liquid soap is so much better in this case. And then I will add a couple of dots of my coconut oil. Let's go with my brushes. It should look something like this, but there's still some brushes that are not clean enough. And then I have my towel that I'm going to use to dry my brushes. So these brushes are pretty clean. For these brushes, I'm going to use my bar soap. If you feel extra fancy, you can mist your brushes with an alcohol or the product that I showed you a couple of minutes ago. And that's it, guys. I'm going to see you in my next video. Sorry for the outro, but it is what it is.